Hello, happy Thursday. Welcome to all of you who are joining me live. It's almost Friday and today we're getting together to talk about some interesting, exciting topics that are related to passion, to purpose, to doing what you love. And I'm going to share a little bit of my story with you to remind you of why you're here for and how you can start doing things that make you come alive. Guys, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Stephanie Aviso and I'm a public speaker, I'm a coach, and I'm a trainer. I do a lot of online courses. I speak at schools, at churches, at events, all with the intention of reminding young people and women that their purpose matters and that whatever calling they have inside of their hearts, it is there for a reason for them to live it out. And not only for them to live it out so that they can be joyful, but also for other people to benefit from and for the world to grow closer to happiness because you chose to live your purpose and your passion. So I wanted to talk about today on what is passion, what is purpose. There's so many different definitions out there. People use them interchangeably, passion, purpose, and I want to talk about it today because it's important for you guys to know what is passion, what is purpose, because a lot of people want to live passionate lives, a lot of people want to live with more purpose, but they're confused as to what each one of them are and how to do it. So that's why I do what I do, and I've encountered that was a problem that I had when I was younger, before I started this out, I was struggling with that. So let me tell you, today I was doing yoga and I'm trying to work out 3 times a week. That's what I'm trying to do. Welcome to all of you who just joined. That's what I'm trying to do. Work out 3 times a week. That's like a really low, amount of days for me because I know that I don't like working out too much. So today I did yoga and I loved it because I feel like I want to continue doing yoga and get better at it because yoga is like such a loving exercise. Like when I do strength training, I like it, but it's like so heavy and it gives me tense in my whole body. So I really want to start doing more of like something where I can like really get in tune with myself and also feel my body, love my body, and move slowly in a relaxing way so I can like get connected with that part of me that is super wise and exercise my body and tone my muscles in a way that is easier. So that thing, like today doing yoga, welcome to everyone who just joined. That thing doing yoga today really reminded me of what it's like to be in your purpose. Like you just gotta flow. Like in yoga, you don't go from one position to another unless you're awkward like me. Like you flow from a position to another. Like you're in like downward dog and then you go back and you relax and you get breaks all the time, which is awesome. But it's a relaxing, flowing exercise, which I love. And so that's how it is when you choose to live your purpose, when you're like living your passion. It's not like a thing that you set and you say, well, I'm gonna live my passion today, I want to be passionate. You're not smiling all day long. If you're like if you know me, that's what I do, and I've chosen to create my life around my purpose and around my passion. But I'm not this person always trying to be smiling and like, hi, how you doing? No, like I have my times where I'm mad, where I'm stressed, where I'm like depressed, and those things happen. But when you have passion and purpose, is you flow with life and you allow life to give you the opportunities you need and to open the doors that you need, and you just follow your intuition. And Mastin Kipp says that your intuition is like your conversation, your direct conversation with God, with your creator. So it's cool because passions and purpose just kind of are those little things that remind us, the clues that remind us who we are. And so what is passion? Like a lot of people ask me, and passion is basically it's like that there are the clues to your purpose. Like you probably have a lot of passions, like you probably love to dance, play sports, do different things that really make you come alive, like be around pets, be around the elderly, things that you're passionate about. You're probably passionate about civil rights, you're passionate about hunger, feeding the hungry, feeding the sick, helping women, human trafficking. There's so many things that people are passionate about, and usually what you're passionate about is a combination of 2 things. Number 1 is love, like love for something or someone, and it's usually Passion has to do with a love that is really ardent, like a really, really strong love. And on this hand we have love, and on the other side you have sacrifice. And so it's like passion is like combination between loving something really hard, and sacrifice, and feeling like a little bit of pain, suffering, sacrifice. And the suffering comes, for example, I know a lot of people, like girls that I know, that are super passionate about pets, animals, and they go vegan, and they protect animal rights because they're passionate. And in that passion and love for animals, they experience the two things: the love for animals and for nature, and the suffering that they feel when they see animals being hurt, being abused, and all of that. So they become passionate when they combine that love and that suffering. If you think of Jesus and the Passion of Christ, it was a combination of love for humanity and suffering and sacrifice to carry out that passion. So usually with our passions, we're gonna have both. And if this is making sense, give me some waves or some emojis in the comments so I can know that this is making sense. So that's what passion is. Passions are clues to your purpose. They kind of are the breadcrumbs that guide you to why your purpose, why you're in this world, why you chose to be born from your mama and just come to this world and be like, I'm here, this is what I'm gonna do with my life. Okay, so that's what passions are. They're clues. And they're also, usually passions are a combination between suffering and love. And so for me, I hate seeing people not live up to their potential. And I suffer. That makes me sad. When I saw myself not living up to my potential, I was suffering. So I said, you know what? I don't like this. I came to this world to create something beautiful. Something's calling me. I want to create more. And obviously we create from within. So I decided I'm going to look within to create my passionate life. So it was a combination between suffering because I wasn't living to the fullest, and loving the fact that I wanted to serve others, to help them do that, loving seeing people live to their maximum potentials, loving seeing myself live up to my maximum potential, and loving seeing that my life could be bigger than what I had created it to be. Okay, so is this making sense, guys? Let me know with emojis. Welcome everybody who just joined. I love you all. So passion is combination between love and sacrifice, and they're your clues to your purpose. So for me, it was that I hate seeing people not live up to their potential, live depressed, live small lives where they don't feel like they gave it all. And I love speaking, and I loved helping people, and I love seeing people maximizing their potential and doing great things. So those two things came together, and that's why I do what I do today. So that was my passion. And so passion is that, just that combination of that, and they give you a clue. Your passions, the things that you like dancing, helping others, exercise, maybe working with kids, working with the elderly, whatever. I love working with kids. And so those passions give you an idea of what your purpose might be. And one thing about purpose is the reason you're here, right? The purpose, why are you alive? Why are you waking up in the morning? What is it that you're here? Everything in nature has a purpose. And I always say this, when something doesn't have a purpose, it starts dying. And so a lot of people nowadays are suffering because they don't have a clear purpose for their life. So they're not really physically dying, but emotionally and spiritually, their lives start slowly caving down because they don't really know why they're following, waking up every day. And they actually found the blue zones, which are in Sardinia, Costa Rica, where they studied people that live the most and have the most longevity. And they found that one of the reasons, the factors that they live longer than most people in the world, is because they had a sense of meaning in their community, and because they had a purpose. They knew what their role in the community was, and they knew that their life meant something and was needed by someone. So that's what I want for you guys. And so we all have a purpose right now, and most people do, but sometimes our purpose is more of defined by people's expectations and by society's expectations, rather than our own our own spirits or inner wisdom's reason for being here. So we get confused and distracted. So the reason why I do what I do is to help you get into more alignment with that thing that you know is the real purpose that is behind your existence. Okay, so purpose number one, it changes. Let me know if this is making sense, guys. Give me some emojis, some waves. I know Vanessa just sent the wave. because I want to make sure that this is making sense. So we talked about passion. Now purpose changes. Your purpose in like your 20s might be very different than your purpose in your 30s. Like you know, it changes, and it goes with how you grow and how you mature. But at the end of the day, all of our purposes are to be our best selves. That's what we're all trying to do, right? That's what we're here to get closer to God and be more like God, or the universe, or source, whatever you call it. That's our purpose in the end, from what I believe. Like being wise and being at peace and being loved. That in my heart is what I believe. But your purpose will be manifested in different ways, because we are all different and we all need to help one another get to God. So how do we do that? Well, your purpose will change. It's not like a rigid thing, like, oh, I discovered my purpose. Like when I help people like think about their purpose and like kind of uncover it, because they know it but they just don't know how to like really uncover it, they realize that it's something that can completely change and that is flexible. I remind you guys, just like, you're never gonna come to life and you're like, oh, I found my purpose. Yeah, that's my purpose forever. And no, like, it's going to change. Like for me, it's changed in my life, and as you have kids and you get married, it changes. And so your purpose at the end of the day will change. It will be flexible. You'll go depending on the things that you need and that you like to do, but it'll always have like a core of things that are not changeable. Like it's always about experiencing a feeling. And so I want you to ask yourself, when you think about living your purpose, and you can do this today to start, you know, getting a better idea, is to ask yourself, how do I want to feel in my life? Like, because everything we do, guys, is not to have a car, to have a house, to be successful. It's because we want to experience a certain feeling, okay? After we get that thing, we're gonna feel a certain way, right? Is this making sense? Give me some smiley faces if this is making sense. So when you try to find your purpose and you're seeking that thing, like, I want to live my purpose, like this was me 3 years ago. I was seeking to experience fulfillment. I was seeking to experience freedom. And so I want you to ask yourself, how do I want to feel? How will living my purpose and living my passions make me feel? And once you know that, it's easier for you to pick the things to do based on how you want to feel. And obviously, feeling is something you can do right now. Like, you don't have to wait till you're like, for me, I want to help millions of people, like really live happier, free lives and fun lives, and create the things they want to create and help others. That's what I want to do, millions of people. But I cannot wait, you know, I'm not gonna wait to help a million people to feel great about my purpose, right? I'm gonna create that feeling now by helping one person, by making this live stream, by empowering my daughters, by empowering myself, by empowering people in my, I'm gonna be teaching CCD at my church, and I love it because I love teaching, and so that is part of me living that purpose now before I get to the big numbers. Okay, so purpose will never have to do with numbers, right? It will have to do with a feeling. So write down how you want to feel right now. Say, I want to feel free. I want to feel like I'm having fun with my family in beautiful places. That's one of my passions that I have. Where's my little thing? I have a card where I put it every day, and I see it in my planner to remind myself, how do I want to feel? Okay, so that's what purpose is all about, how you want to feel. And it has another layer. The other layer is, okay, so purpose has to do with you, with God, right? Which is obvious because everything we do has to do with the bigger creator, right? But also has to do with others. So your purpose is like when you find, there's 2 days in your life, the day you're born and the day you find out why. Well, I believe that there's more to that, and it's not only the day you find out why, but the day that you actually do what you were born to do, right? Because it's like, you know, okay, I found out why I'm alive, but if I don't do it, what's the point, right? Like, I'm gonna make a cake, but I'm not gonna eat it, right? So it's like the day you're born, the day you find out why are the most important days of your life. But the third most important day for me is the day you actually go live it, okay? Because if you don't, you start slowly dying, right? And so my question to you is, hold on, I lost my train of thought. I have my notes here, guys, because if I don't have them, I get lost. So your purpose will keep you sane. Okay, this is what I was saying. Your purpose will keep you sane because when you find out what you love to do and you seek those feelings and those experiences, you will inherently help others throughout that way, because you're going to be more awake, more alive, more energized, you're going to be more fulfilled, and you're always going to be serving others. Because usually purpose, if it's really deep down, like from your soul, it will include doing something for someone, right? So your purpose will be that combination of what you love to do and how you can do that thing to benefit someone else. Okay, it could be animals, it could be, I don't care what it is, the plants, it could be children, elderly, like women, moms, kids, it doesn't matter, but it will always have to be a twofold. I mean, I'm not forcing it's like it has to be, but I want you to remember, like, usually purpose will have that, like, that characteristic, like where you feel some way and you benefit someone else. And sometimes your purpose is to paint, like, oh, I like to paint, like whatever, that's your purpose. Like, I like to express myself through art. I like to feel the feeling that I get when I'm creating art, right? And usually your art will inspire somebody. Even if it's something like that you're doing on your own, it will always be something that comes from within you to give something out. It could be music. Some people sing and no one can take away something tangible from music, but it could take away a feeling. So there's always going to be that twofold thing where you do what you love and somebody else benefits. That's what happens with purpose. And so the other thing is, why should you do it? Why should you make time to do the stuff that you love? The reason why I think that's so important is because when we get distracted by the rat race, like going to work, get home, cook dinner, go to sleep, wake up the next day, then it's Friday, live Saturday, Sunday, and then go back to work on Monday, like that rat race, that cycle drains people. And that's why the world is so drained. So that's why people go to drugs, that's why people go to alcohol, they go to sex, pornography, and all these things, because they don't find a satisfaction in their heart, because they probably don't have a clear purpose. So that's why my book, I want you guys, if you're here and you really want to get like more clear about your purpose, your passion, what you want to do, go get my book. Is free. It's completely free, and you can get it at bit.ly/6 steps to passion. And you can go on my highlight stories here on Instagram and get it. And it says freebies, and there's my book. So get it if you want to know what passions you want to monetize, how to know what your passions are, how to know which ones are hobbies and which ones are passions that are just potentially monetizable in your career through a job or through a business or through a nonprofit. So think about that, guys. Like, when we don't live our purpose, when we don't do that, we start slowly dying, and we start finding other things to fill that hole. And so your purpose will connect you with your creator, with life. Your purpose will give you energy to wake up in the morning. Your purpose will help you benefit other people, bring value to the world, and it will make you come alive. And my thing today, just the reason why I'm here, is to remind you that it matters. So I want to challenge you guys, and let me know if this is making sense in the comments. Like, give me some hearts or some hands waving, so I can like know that this is making sense, that this is resonating with you. And if you are watching the replay, send me a DM and send me your questions if you have any questions, because this is important. So how can you start living your purpose today? How can you start saying, like, I'm living a purposeful life? Like, this is how you're gonna do it. I'm gonna give you a tip. Ask yourself, when you are 80 years old, 90 years old, 100 years old, because now people are living to like 100 and something, how do you want to be remembered? Like, when you think about, like, pretend you're 80, 90, or 100 and you're almost dying, like you're almost at the end of your life. Think about, how do you want to be remembered? What type of legacy do you want to leave in people? And it doesn't have to be something like Martin Luther King, like, or Mother Teresa, which is awesome, but like, think about, how do you want people to talk about you in your obituary? When the obituaries, when people like die and they write something in the paper about the person who passed, what do you want it to say? Do you want people to say that you were an amazing soul that helped thousands of people, that lived free? Like, what is it that you want to be remembered for, and what is it that you want to have lived? So two things: how do you want to be remembered, and what is it that you want to have experience in your life, and who would you have who would you have wanted to help when you look back to in your life, when you're dying, when you're old, when you're ready to go to heaven? What do you want your life to be? Your life, my loves, is your message. And so I want you to remember that. So ask yourself that question and match your actions every single day to that answer. So I love Brendan Burchard because he says, and you guys know who Brendan Burchard is? So let me know if you know. Say yes in the comments. Welcome, Seba. He says every night he asks himself for 22 years, did I love, did I live, did I love, did I matter? Okay, and this is kind of what I'm asking you to do, but in a different way. Did I love, did I live, did I love, and did I matter? So ask yourself that question. How do you want to live? How are you going to make sure that you're loving people and feeling love? And how do you want to make sure you matter in this world? So that's what I want you to do and start doing. There's a cool golden rule in the passion test that I love. It says always choose in favor of your passions. Like, I love it because it's like the passion test is an amazing tool that I got certified on, and it's very like, it doesn't give you like a step-by-step, like it's a process, but it doesn't tell you you're gonna do this first, then you're gonna do that. It basically tells you you have an inner guidance system, you have your spirit, and you gotta listen to it. And if you don't, you're going to start going the wrong path, and if you do, you're going to start experiencing amazing things. So that's what the passion test does. And of course there's like a method to it and a whole thing, but I loved it because it left it open for us. It leaves it open to you to trust your intuition, which is your connection to God. And let me know if this is resonating with you guys. Send me your some emojis and hearts. And so what every single day, ask yourself, did you live, do you love, do you matter? Like Brendan Burchard, ask yourself, how do you want to be remembered? And do one thing every day that makes you feel how you want to feel when you're living your purpose. My purpose is to help millions of people. Like I said, guys, your purpose might be to help thousands or millions or whatever, but that's going to take some time. So start doing the things that make you come alive now so you can stay strong to keep going, okay? And ask yourself, like, always, this is the rule from the passion test, always choose in favor of your passion. So if you have to make a decision like, oh, do I go on a trip to Europe or do I go to, I don't know, to South America? Like, you have two choices. What are you more passionate about? Are you more passionate about Europe or are you more passionate about South America? Or if you have a decision of like, do I become a teacher or do I become an accountant? Or do I become a teacher or do I become a psychologist? Like, what are you most passionate about doing every day? Are you more passionate about being around students in a classroom? Or are you more passionate about being one-on-one with people? Are you a people person? Like, do you like being around a lot of people? Like, all those questions are important. And when you're feeling like, oh, should I go to the movies tomorrow? Like, if the movies are not aligned with something that you're passionate about, don't go to the movies. It's easy. You will have, if the beach is something that's more aligned, go to the beach. And make the decision like right then and there. Don't wait like, no, but if I go to the beach, there's gonna be mosquitoes and there's gonna be people there. Don't think about that. Just choose in favor of your passions. And even if like things don't seem like they're gonna work out, have faith. And if your passions are like, if something you're passionate about is calling you, go do it, okay? Welcome to all of you who joined, my loves. I'm so happy you're here. We're talking about passion, purpose, and how it's important to always choose in favor of your passions. Like, when you have a big decision, when you have a small decision, choose in favor of things that make you come alive, because your passions are the breadcrumbs that lead you to your purpose. We're constantly reminding ourselves of who we truly are, like who we're meant to be, and we're constantly distracted by life, right? But God is always calling. Like, God lives inside of us and he's always calling you to remind you, and your passions are that reminder. When you love dancing, I love dancing. Hi, Seva. Don't question your instincts helps a lot. Yeah, don't question your instincts. I love how he puts it. Like, that's exactly what I'm saying, but in different words. Like, don't question your intuition, because your intuition is your direct communication with God. So God in like the universe, whatever you call it, I respect everybody's beliefs. I'm Catholic, but I respect your beliefs. God, it's all, for me, it's all the same. When God is calling you to something, like you feel like life is pulling you, go. Okay, go. Don't question it. Obviously, I'm not saying like, you know, if you have kids, go leave your kids and leave. Don't do that. Although sometimes moms, we want to do that. We're like, okay, I'm peacing out. I call I had it on Do Not Disturb. But that's all I wanted to say, guys. I'm done. I could talk for hours. Let me know if you can see me, because my every time somebody calls me in the middle of a live, my screen goes black. But I think you guys can see me. So go download my book, bit.ly/6 steps to passion. You can also get it in my profile, or you can go in my highlights and get the freebies. And my ebook is free, and it helps you realize, like, what are the things I love to do that can be monetized in a career or your own business. And you could, you guys could do the same thing I've done. If you like speaking, you can become a speaker. You start for free, like I started, and then you start getting paid. If you want to be a psychologist, you go to school. Like, follow your passion. Stop thinking so much about stuff. Stop wondering so much. Stop thinking like the world thinks, and start thinking like God thinks, okay? Because when you think the way God thinks, all the limitations and all the fears become small, okay? But when you think like a human, it gets complicated. When we overanalyze all the stuff that we have to do, if we do that, we're never gonna take action. So start thinking like God thinks, and make sure your faith is always bigger than your fear. And that's what's gonna help you follow the lead that your intuition and your spirit will guide you through, okay? Do you guys have any questions? We're done. I'm almost basically done with the topics that I wanted to talk about today, because I could talk for hours, guys. You know that. But if you have any questions, ask me questions now, or send me a message, and I would love to answer your questions. I love helping you guys. Get my ebook. Send me. My grandma keeps calling me. Jesus. Okay. I'll talk to her after this. But send me your questions. Send me whatever you want to know. Ask me things. And if you need any support, please reach out. If there's no questions right now, I'm gonna let you guys go, reminding you to live your bliss. Like, follow that thing that calls your heart, because there's people waiting for you to do it. People are literally dying for you to talk to them and share your message, okay? In whatever way you want to do it. And so I love you guys. I will see you next week in the live every Thursday. I usually do it in the morning, but I think nighttime is better because people are off of work and off of school, and it's better for you guys. So I'm going to try to be doing it at night on Thursdays, okay? And so follow my stories if you haven't followed them, so you can know when I'm going to come live, and send me your questions, okay, guys? I hope that you have a beautiful Thursday night. I'll see you guys on my stories. You can see me throughout the day doing my thing with the girls, and I'll see you guys on Instagram, social media. Thank you for joining. And if you came late, make sure you watch the beginning of the video, so you can catch the beginning of what we talked about today, okay? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the thumbs up. I love you guys. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.